Now, let's talk about a lot of what you've been talking about, which is Jodi Arias on the stand. What she's saying without speaking. You see, our experts inside the courtroom say that Jodi Arias addresses the jury and she makes eye contact when she answers questions. But, you know, that wasn't always the case today. I want to bring in jury consultant and body language expert Susan Constantine. And, Sue, always good to talk to you. Now,
hi, Ryan.
Sue, Jodi's demeanor seemed different. We saw her looking down a lot during testimony, fidgeting. This was a moment in court, Susan, where she's looking at the explicit pictures of Travis Alexander. And from there, she becomes quiet. She starts fidgeting. Eventually, she starts crying. Take a look at this. What did you make of these moments?
Well, she's feeling very disappointed and hurt, and what I sense from her is that she's putting her head down and she's kind of reliving some of those emotions that she felt back there and back at that time. And then you see her use her hand gestures, what we call a low steeple. This is a sign of insecurity because someone that's feeling very powerful would use this, the opposite. So this inverted one is showing a lot of insecurity. And when she's kind of adjusting herself and fidgeting with her fingers, that's a sign of it's a manipulator. It's a self-soothing gesture. When you're feeling stress or anxiety, then what you do is you tend to kind of pacify yourself. So when she was looking, she wasn't looking at the jury so much, but what I saw were some real significant signs of sadness, depression, disappointment. All of that I saw that was very real, and I think that she was reliving some of those experiences she truly did feel. Some of it imaginary, but some of them truly felt how she actually saw it play out.
So that's a very interesting point there, because I can tell you a lot of viewers are writing in and saying, I don't believe her. I don't believe that she was such a delicate flower as she seems to be describing herself to be. She seems to appear on the stand. And when she sees these pictures, she starts almost breaking down. She gets flustered so much. You believe that as a true reaction?
Yes, there's some of them are very real. I mean, those when she's feeling she's breaking down. But here's the thing, Ryan. It doesn't mean that she's not telling the truth or that she's lying. It's how she actually sees the world. If she sees it that way, then she can appear as if she is feeling, or the emotion starts to evolve, and she starts to look and sound as if she's sad. So, you know, the thing is that our viewers out there are seeing it because they're hearing all the information we're talking about. I want to take those blinders off, and I want to look at it frame by frame, what's being spoken and what are her responses. And some of her responses are really right in alignment of feeling that she's feeling very depleted. This is a downward steeple. I mean, this is the complete opposite of somebody that's feeling very confident. Here's the other thing. When she's talking with her hands open like this, with her fingers open, she's just embellishing. She's just telling you everything that's in her heart. She's giving you every bit of information, more than we really want to hear, but she's telling it from her perspective. That's what she feels, and she's internalized it, and that's what she's sharing to the world.
Okay, now, again, about these pictures, at one point in court, she starts explaining what the pictures are about. Let's take a look.
Be so kind as to take a look at those. Do you recognize those?
Yes.
What are those pictures of?
Those are pictures of Travis's erection.
And when did you, or how did you come into possession of these photos?
They were sent to me.
How?
Via his phone.
Via a text message or picture message?
Picture message.
Okay. So, Sue, what do you make of her reaction there?
Shame. You know, she looks at the pictures. What does she do? She puts it right down. She puts her head down, her voice lowers. But keep in mind now, her mom is right there in the galley. So some of the things that she's feeling, not necessarily that she felt shamed, like during some of these sexual acts that they were talking about, turning around, in the anal sex, etc. What I want to tell you is that her mom is sitting right there in the galley. So she's hearing this too. So it may not that she felt shamed or embarrassed by it herself, but because there were other people watching, she was ashamed about them hearing this information.
Ah, very interesting. She notices everything that's going on in that courtroom. Mom is there. Cameras are there. That's a lot of people to be explaining your actions to. Sue, thank you. And folks, because we are Evening Express,